Once upon a time, there was a plane unlike any other. Its name was Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. It was not just any other plane, it had its own story to tell. It all started on March 8, 2014. The day began like any other day for the passengers and crew aboard MH370. They were ready to embark on an adventure from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The night sky was clear and the stars were shining brightly as the plane took off. Everyone settled in for the 6-hour journey ahead of them. Hours went by as passengers slept, watched movies, or read books to pass time. The crew served meals and refreshments with smiling faces. Then, something strange happened that night over the South China Sea. Something no one on board could have ever imagined. At 1:07 a.m. local time, Flight MH370 transmitted its final automated position report without incident or distress call. But then it vanished into thin air at 1:21 a.m. without a trace or explanation, leaving behind nothing but mystery and heartache for those who loved them dearly. The world watched in shock as news of this baffling disappearance spread like wildfire across every continent and nation around the globe. Everyone wanted answers, but nobody knew where to begin looking for them. The days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, but there was still no trace of MH370. Families were torn apart, as they desperately tried to hold on to hope that their loved ones would return safely. In the midst of all this chaos and uncertainty, the search for the missing plane became one of the largest and most expensive in aviation history. Experts from around the world joined forces to scour every inch of land and sea in hopes of finding any clue that might shed some light on this enigmatic event. Yet with every new lead that emerged, it seemed as though even more questions arose, fueling an ever-growing hunger for answers among those affected by this tragedy. As time went by, some began to lose faith in finding any shred of evidence. Others clung on to hope with a fierce determination not seen before. But no one could ignore how deeply emotional this story had become. It seemed as if everyone had been touched by it in some way or another. Amidst these turbulent emotions emerged tales filled with speculation and conspiracy theories. Was Flight MH370 brought down intentionally? Did a rogue pilot take control? Or was there something even more sinister at play? Whispers circulated about mysterious strangers on board who may have had ulterior motives for bringing down the plane. There were rumors about secret cargo being transported, cargo that may have attracted unwanted attention from powerful forces lurking behind closed doors. The search continued relentlessly, but nothing concrete came up. One day, a small piece of wreckage washed up on an island thousands of miles away from where MH370 was believed to have disappeared. But even this tiny fragment only deepened the mystery further. How did it end up so far away? Despite all odds stacked against them, investigators never gave up. They knew they owed it not only to those who perished but also those left behind, grieving families who needed closure now more than ever before. Here are some details of the most popular theories about Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. The pilot suicide theory. This theory suggests that the pilot, Zahari Ahmad Shah, deliberately crashed the plane into the Indian Ocean after locking out his co-pilot and turning off the communication systems. He may have also depressurized the cabin to incapacitate the passengers and crew. Some possible motives for this theory include personal problems, political activism, or mental illness. However, this theory has been disputed by Shah's family and friends, who say he was a happy and well-adjusted person. There is also no conclusive evidence that Shah acted alone or intentionally. The remote hijacking theory. This theory proposes that someone hacked into the plane's computer system and took control of it remotely. The hacker may have been a state actor, a terrorist group, or a rogue individual. Some possible motives for this theory include stealing the plane's cargo, kidnapping the passengers, or staging a false flag attack. However, this theory has been challenged by experts who say that hacking into a plane's system is extremely difficult and unlikely. There is also no proof that anyone claimed responsibility for such an act or had any connection to MH370. The fire theory. This theory suggests that a fire broke out on board MH370, either due to an electrical malfunction, a lithium-ion battery explosion, or sabotage. The fire may have damaged the communication systems and forced the pilot to change course and attempt an emergency landing. However, the fire may have also incapacitated the pilot and crew before they could land safely. The plane then continued flying on autopilot until it ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. However, this theory has been questioned by analysts who say that a fire would have left traces of smoke or flames that would have been detected by satellites or radar. There is also no evidence of any distress calls or signals from MH370. The Diego Garcia theory. This theory claims that MH370 was diverted to Diego Garcia, a remote U.S. military base in the Indian Ocean. The plane may have been intercepted by fighter jets or forced to land by electronic warfare. Some possible motives for this theory include interrogating the passengers, confiscating the cargo, or hiding a secret operation. However, this theory has been denied by both the US and Malaysian governments, who say that there is no evidence that MH370 ever flew near Diego Garcia. There is also no indication that any of the passengers or crew had any links to terrorism or espionage. The alien abduction theory. This theory speculates that MH370 was abducted by extraterrestrial beings for unknown reasons. Some possible clues for this theory include reports of UFO sightings near MH370's last known location, strange noises heard by nearby fishermen, and anomalies in satellite data. However, this theory has been dismissed by most experts and authorities as implausible and unsupported by any credible evidence. Point 2. These are some of the most popular theories about what happened to MH370, but none of them have been proven conclusively. The mystery remains unsolved to this day. As years passed by without any significant breakthroughs regarding flight MH370's whereabouts or what truly happened during its final moments aloft high above Earth's surface, people began slowly moving forward, trying their best not let pain consume them completely while still holding on to hope deep within their hearts despite insurmountable evidence suggesting otherwise. And so continues an emotional roller coaster ride filled with twists, turns around every corner, leaving its passengers breathless anticipation, wondering where next stop might lead.